about how a lot of times when we're in toxic relationships, we get this impression that we can change people, that we can make things better, and we can manifest them to be the way that we want them to be, right? And I absolutely believe that you can wholeheartedly change, for instance, a toxic relationship if both parties are willing. This is what I always say, both parties must be willing. Why is this? Because manifestation is permission based. You cannot manifest on someone's behalf. You can help support the vibration for them to step into. But if you are in a relationship with someone and they are not healing themselves emotionally, mentally, so that they can evolve with you, then that's not something that you'll be able to control. Okay. As a matter of fact, you'll actually be forcing the love, you'll be forcing the situation. Okay. So it won't be pleasant. It'll be a lot of uphill battle work, right? That you will have to endure because you are trying to force something that is not for you. All right. So if you are trying to heal your partner, if you're trying to help your friend create success in their lives or things like that, right? Again, manifestation is vibration based. Okay, so meaning it's frequency based. You have to be literally vibrating at a specific frequency in order for you to be in the alignment of the things that you want. So, how would you be able to ensure that someone is in the vibration of the things that they have, right? Okay. So, you got to understand what's going on here. When it comes to manifesting, this is a personal mission. This is a personal thing that you are doing, right? You cannot override someone else's free will. You cannot override someone else's karmic path. You cannot override someone else's soul contract. Okay. This is specific work that they must do. All right. If you are in a relationship with someone and it is not serving you, if you clearly see that they are not the one for you, okay, if it is traumatizing for you, right? If it is an uphill battle all the time, if you are spending more time, right, trying to keep the relationship alive, then you are not in the relationship for you. See, a lot of people are like, well, how can I fix this relationship that I'm in? How can I make my person love me? How can I again? That's not your job. Your job is to work on your own vibration, your own self-love, right? In your doing so, in you putting the focus completely on you, right? You are valuing yourself, right? You're putting yourself on a pedestal. All right. When you put yourself on a pedestal and you give yourself, pour into yourself the same love that you are desiring from this other person, this is what shifts your reality. This and only this is what shifts your reality. Okay. It is the vibration that you change within self that causes your 3D world to change. So if you're in a relationship with someone and they're not serving you in the way that a healthy relationship should, right? And you start pouring into self. The more you pour into self, the more you will realize that this person and you are not on the same frequency. And the more you are able to pour into yourself in such a way that you are willing to sacrifice an unhealthy relationship for your happiness, only then will you see the 3D world start to shift in your favor. The 3D world is simply reflecting back to you what's going on inside of you. That's all this is all that this universe is showing us. It's reflecting. It's a reflection. So you can't manifest someone to change unless they are willing to do it, unless they are, or unless they are giving permission to do it. They have to want to. So if you're in a relationship with them and you are manipulating things, that's what they call black magic. These are spells. These are this, that's what that is, okay? So if you are doing this, right? Okay? Then you know that the true love, that's not where true love lives. True love does not live in manipulation, okay? And you don't have to force someone or manipulate someone to be with you. If you are doing any type of negative or black magic or whatever spells to keep someone with you, or you think to keep someone with you, right? You're going to be spending a lot of time trying, and a lot of time and energy trying to keep that relationship together. Okay? Trying to keep that relationship together. It will not be true love. Okay? Okay? First time here, I'm already enjoying the view and the vibe. Greetings all. Hello. 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 I like doing these lives because it's instantly recorded and uploaded here to my YouTube. I'm live on TikTok as well, guys, sometimes. So, okay, am I selfish for not forgiving my parents? I believe that forgiveness needs to be for self, not for anyone else. You're not selfish for telling your parents that you don't forgive them, but you'll harm yourself when you hang on to any type of resentment that you have. When you forgive, it's for yourself. I know people don't want to hear that, but that's the actual truth. When we hang on to things, it causes our body to get sick. That's just the truth, okay? So, what was I going to talk? I was talking about how you cannot manifest on someone's behalf. You can support them, okay, in their vision. Okay, you can hold the frequency for them to step into, to come into alignment with. Like, for instance, I can say this in a relationship, right? If I am in a toxic relationship and it's not serving me and I want to change it, okay, I can say to that significant other, I know that you are an amazing person and this relationship can be healthy. I know, I see that for us. I see that you are a great person and you are capable of communicating with me the way that I need. And I am able to communicate. You can say these things, right? Now, when in you saying that, you are holding a specific frequency, right, for this person to see and step into. If that person does not willingly step into that role, okay, then you're not able to manifest that healthy love, okay, on behalf of both of you. You have to have two willing partners. I see it all the time where people come to me and they want to change their partner. They want to change who their partner is. Okay. So you can't vibrate on someone else's behalf. They have to choose their alignment. They're walking their walk. They're walking their own walk. Okay. They're on their own journey. Okay. So unsolicited energetic work, okay, that can actually backfire on you. And that's what I was talking about when people try to do spell work and black magic and all that shit when it comes to love. Okay. That can backfire on you. Oh, yeah, it can. So you must be careful, right? Your energy becomes drained when you try to carry other people energetically anyway. Okay. A lot of people who do work similar to me, all right, they get drained so quickly. Why? Because you're so busy trying, right, to pour into other people energetically to help them achieve their goals when it's not your work to do. You are to hold a image for them. You are to hold a frequency for them to step into. You are to be able to see it, right, for them. Sometimes we have to see the vision before others are able to see it. You ever seen someone, a child, who has experienced heavy trauma and they're healing from that, okay? If they have a loving adult who sees and understands trauma, that adult can help that child heal by. Now, that's ultimately it's that child's choice. But that adult can help that child healed. How? By saying to them, you are loved. You are safe now. Okay. I believe in you, right? You are healed one day at a time. If this adult say, I see good things for you, you will change the world, right? All it takes is one person to believe these things for you. Okay? All it takes is for you to believe this thing for someone, and you can help them step into the vision. See, once you see it for that child, then now that child can see something. They can see the light. Okay? And when they can see the light, now they have a choice. Do I want to step into that or not? Am I able to step into that or not? Okay. Are you still doing the one time a week classes? Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I am. The complete identity shift program, link is in the profile. Okay. So this is how people can help individuals shift and change and manifest transformation in their lives. But the only way that can happen is if the willing individual gives permission, accepts this transformation, and is walking that journey themselves. Okay. So it's our job to focus on embodying our highest self. In us embodying our highest self, they will be impacted by our energetic shift, our frequency shift. You see, as the adult looking at the traumatized child and wanting the traumatized child to heal, I will keep my frequency high. That child will see me doing my work. That child will see me walking in gratitude. That child will see me expressing the healed version of myself, right? So now, in me doing that, that's helping the child. You see, this is the way that we can shift people. We can change people. We can help them transmute. We cannot do it for them. That is a myth. Okay, that is a myth. You cannot manifest on anyone else's behalf. You can hold a high frequency for them that will impact them, that will help them shift. And you can hold a vision for them to step into alignment with. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Another point that I wanted to make was, another reason why it's hard for people to manifest on others' behalf is because you really have to have a willing individual. Like they have to be open to change. One of the things that I wrote in my book, Manifestation Mastery, Your Guide to Lasting Transformation, the first chapter is on consistency, right? Change takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. Okay. Change takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. So if someone is not willing to put in that work and that effort for themselves, they are not going to see the results that they want. All right. Okay. They're not going to see the results that they want. Okay. So because you are not with someone 24/7, and again, you're not able to shift their vibration, right? Okay. Someone has to be willing to do the work. Someone has to be willing to be open to the change. Okay. A vision board ain't going to do it. Ain't going to cut it. Okay. All right. Trying to manifest for others can also be a distraction to you and the work that you are here to do. Okay. You'll have people coming and trying to distract you all the time. Like there's silly people in my comments, like there's weirdos like that, people that don't have lives, people that don't have anything, no goals, no mission, no nothing to do. So they distract. They're here to distract people who are really putting in some work, right? Soul work. All right. And it disturbs them so much, right? That they have to come and distract you, try to distract you. Okay. Pay attention to that. All right. And remain focused. Okay. So while I was in and out of toxic relationships that didn't serve me, that wasn't allowing me to focus on the work that I really came here to do. Okay. That did not allow for me to focus on the work that I really came here to do. Why? Because I was so busy trying to keep the relationship on track. You see, I was so busy trying to keep the relationship on track that I was unable to focus on the important things that I needed to handle. Okay. So we got it, distractions, right? Also, the most powerful thing that you can do to help people, I say, transform their own lives is to be the example, right? You got to be the example for others. It's not the things that you say, it is the things that you do. It's how you walk, how you move, how you carry yourself, right? How you are unbothered, unfazed by others, right? When you step into a room, do you go down to their frequency, or do people have to rise to yours, right? So you got to remember who you are. And your job is not to be here trying to save anybody. Okay? It's not to be here to try to save anyone. All right? You shouldn't even be able to see or feel the people that's not on your level, baby. Okay? I can't see or feel. I'm so unbothered by the people that's not on my level. Okay? Any distractions, any people that come into your life that try to shut you down in the work that you're trying to do, right? You know that you are here to do a specific mission, but you got these people, these relationships trying to distract you, right? You got to know who you are. Okay? When you know who you are, you move different. Okay? When you know who you are, you talk different. Okay? You speak different. All right? You are unfazed. You're undistracted. You're focused on what you need to do. Okay? So it is something, people that do healing work is really, they are the people that a lot of times get taken advantage of, because they have so much compassion in their heart for others, right? But again, your duty is to be here learning, growing, evolving. Your job is not to save anyone. You got to leave that for the divine. Okay? All right? You can clearly see how much a person loves themselves by the way that they show up, by the way that they show up in a room, by the way that they treat other people. You can clearly see people who lack self love by the way that they act, right? Okay. When you are able to see these things clearly, you need to move accordingly. Okay. And a lot of people out here are wasting their time and energy trying to save people that they don't need to be saving. You're trying to save people that you don't need to be saving, right? Okay, so let's go into Q&A. All right. And then I'm going to close up shop. Q&A around manifestation, around mindset, around healing. Let's see it, okay? Um if there is someone in here was asking about forgiveness when it comes to their parents, right? And I did answer and say that when it comes to forgiveness, that's a personal thing. That's a personal thing that you are taking care of for your own evolving, okay? And so that you don't get sick, all right? What else? Let's see. Okay, about the timing when it comes to manifestation. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Okay. Make sure that you guys are putting that thumbs up. Yeah, baby, we got some haters up in here. I'm doing good. People are really weird. Someone says I got abused. Yes, you got abused in your relationship. Sorry, I was scrolling up. Abuse, again, something you need to walk away from, right? You do not, thank you so much. God is good. You do not need to allow yourself to accept abuse, guys. Okay. Abuse is something that, unfortunately, if it happens in childhood, you may get conditioned with believing that this is how the world operates, but it really does not. And if we can allow ourselves to remain focused on why we allow people to do certain things to us, as opposed to wondering why someone's doing something to us, we'll be better off. If someone shows you who they are, okay, and if someone is clearly not loving you properly, it is best that you release them. All right, you release them. Again, it's not your responsibility to change anyone. It is your responsibility to remember who you are so that you do not continue to remain in toxic cycles that do not serve you. All right, guys. So I'm hopping off of here. If you are not already in the Complete Identity Shift program, what are you waiting for? Okay. The Complete Identity Shift program consists of all of my teachings, my audio courses, my master classes, my ebooks, my challenges, all of these things strategically placed, okay, in inside the program, step-by-step instructions for you to follow every single day. If you are transforming in your love life, in your health, in your mindset, if you are learning manifestation and wanting to perfect that, the Complete Identity Shift program is your best bet. Now, if you are open to mentorship, weekly mentorship, group mentorship, then you have an option to add that on to your program. Okay. The link is in the profile. All right. If you are focused on healing right now, you got a lot going on internally, lots of traumas, right? You want to consider having a bioscan done. I do bioscans virtually. All right. Um, and a bioscan consists of these reports that are generated. That's going to tell us exactly where your trauma is being stored in your body. Not only does it tell us where the trauma is being stored, but it also tells us what the trauma is. What are your limiting beliefs? What are your fears? What's going on inside? This is powerful and next level healing. Why? Because after we do the bioscan and we get your results, we generate those reports, we then generate your perfect frequency, the perfect frequency for you, your body. Okay, we all have a perfect energetic blueprint. All right, and life will cause distortions in our blueprint. It'll cause disruptions in our blueprint, and unfortunately, when those disruptions are there, that causes disruptions in our alignment. You can't be in alignment with true love if you have love traumas distorting your frequency, right? And so a lot of people who have blockages and these invisible walls that these barriers that they cannot overcome, they benefit tremendously from bioscans. Okay. So link is in the profile for everything, guys. I love you guys so much. Make sure you hit that follow button and subscribe. Okay. All right, guys. See you soon.